Okay, so we get asked by question 9 here to write a program that draws this shape here, this star shape. So we need to figure out how we want to do this. So let's take a look at it. Well, we know we want to use a turtle. So when we import a turtle, it's going to start facing to the right, which means that we probably want to start by drawing this line first, because it's the line that you draw going. So we want to go forward a number of units. Let's say 100, just to be safe. And I think that is actually 100 units on this picture, give or take. So go forward 100, and then turn. It looks like turn right some number of degrees. Hard to tell how many. We know it's going to be more than 180 because turning right 180 degrees would have a. Sorry, it's going to be less than 180 because turning right 180 degrees would send it back in this direction. We know it's going to be more than 90 because turning right 90 degrees would have sent him walking down in a straight line there. So it looks like it's going to be about halfway in between 180 and 90. So what's halfway between 180 and what would that be? Be 145? Is that right? No, that's not right. 140 would be 40 and 50, which isn't right. So 135 would be halfway between both of them. That would be 45 away from both of those numbers. So we'll try 135. 135 looks about right. So it needs to go forward 100 units, turn right by, we're gonna guess 135 degrees, and then go forward 100 units, turn right by again 135 degrees, go forward, turn right. So it looks like 1, 2, 4, 5. So we need to draw 5 lines. So we're going to make a for loop that does that 5 times. So go ahead and do it. We're going to import turtle. We're going to set up our window. We're going to get a turtle. We're not going to name it turtle because that would be silly. We're going to name him, call him Don. Don the turtle. Turtle dot turtle. Okay. And then we're going to have Don go ahead and draw us that star. And we think we need to make 5 lines. So for I in range 5. And we think that what we need to do is have him go forward about 100 degrees and then turn right about 135 degrees. Let's see if we can do it. So go forward, Don, 100 units, and then Don, turn right by 135. Let's see if that works. That wasn't quite right, was it? Not quite. So 135, it looks like, was not quite enough. Let's try 140 and see where that gets. Oh, well, that was a little bit closer. See, how about 145? Oh, that was still close, but not quite. I mean, 142? No, how about 143? No, how about 144? This is ridiculous. Alright, 144 appears to have worked. We got something that's roughly the same. The pin size is a little bit off, but roughly the same as that. So let's go ahead and we'll do the math now so that we can figure out how to maybe do this programmatically later. So 144 times 5. Go ahead and we'll just ask Python to work for us there. And we'll actually put it above our turtle drawing here so we can actually see it before the turtle's done. Alright, so 144 times 5 was 720, which means I think that if we wanted to draw a star of any number of points, we would need to do 720 divided by 5. So if I do, or 720 rather, divided by the number of points we want on the star. So let's see. If 720 divided by 5 gets us the same thing, it should. Alright, let's say I want to draw a 7-sided star. If I replace this with this, does it then draw me a 7-sided star? It sure does. How about a 3-pointed star? Does that work? So a 3-pointed star, technically a triangle. If you saw, what it did was it actually turned around past where it would have been like kind of drawing a star. It did like a full loop almost, and then went off in a direction. So that's kind of fun. What if I tried an even number? What does that do? Oh, interesting. What is this? How about a 6-sided star? Can I do that? Oh, interesting. So this formula that we found here works with odd pointed stars. It doesn't work with even pointed. Very interesting. If you look at this, what it looks like it's doing almost is it's like almost drawing a pentagon twice. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We got our answer right here. That will go ahead and draw us that 5-pointed star. And then if we need to draw stars in the future, now we know we've done the math ourselves and figured out kind of how we need to do it, as long as we weren't wanting to draw an even numbered star. But there must be some other formula that we can find for that. Let's check the official answer. So they did. I'll check this out. Instead of turning to the right, they turned to the left by 216 degrees. So I wonder what that about. That evaluates to 180. Interesting. Which should still, if we tried to draw a, or sorry, 1080, not 180. If we wanted to draw a 4-sided star here, again, I realize is not a thing. Interesting. How about if I wanted to do 3? So their formula that they kind of figured out here works differently from ours. So it still gives us maybe hopefully stars that are correct. Oh, that's interesting. Check that. That's actually a different star than what ours return, which is maybe it should be obvious, but we do kind of a large 7-pointed star, and they do kind of a small 7-pointed star. Just interesting math stuff, I guess, right? So if you want an answer like theirs, obviously you can turn the other direction for 1080 divided by the number of points. If you want kind of a fat star like we got here, you can turn to the right by 720 divided by the number of points. And it gets you can see, we'll have them draw theirs as well here. Gets you, ultimately, the same. I can get this on the page. Same. It gets you, ultimately, the same shape. A little bit different in how we got there. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in next question.